everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, in my last video, I believe that I had spoken about why I had written We Fell Apart and I wrote about it, and about how writing became my way of expressing my feelings, of making sense of the silence, of the separation, and the things we don't always say out loud, we fail saying out loud. So today in this video, I'll be taking you back to where it all started. Yes, you got it right. I'll be taking you to the beginning section and the very first poetry of it. So I'll be taking you back to the very first poetry I have ever written. Okay. And I wrote this poetry even before I had thought of the title. I would say that this poetry gave me a flash of idea to think on the title. And the poetry is When We Were Infinite. Before starting, I would like to say that why did I write this poetry at first? And why this? Why not any other else? So, this poetry came from a place called hope. The kind of hope that you feel when you are with someone who makes the time stop, who makes the world feel a smaller place, and who makes you count the many, wishes that are being granted to you. This poetry reminds me of back those days, the ones that we thought would never end, the ones where our laughter felt endless and we used to laugh until our stomachs ache, and the stars that we reached for without even knowing that they might burn us one day. So here's a piece of my beginning, the very first poetry of this book, When We Were Infinite. We ran barefoot through fields of laughter, our hands reaching for stars that we believed only we could touch. The world felt smaller when you stood beside me, and time dared not move when we whispered dreams into the wind. I thought forever lived in your eyes. I thought forever lived in your eyes. I never knew how fragile infinity could be. Okay. My main point of repeating that line was to put an emphasis on it because it's one of my favorite lines in this entire book. So, this was my very first poetry of this book, When We Were Infinite. After writing this, I kind of had a strange feeling. The feeling was that, isn't it strange, like how the first things that we write, it always stays with us, and how they carry a version of ourselves that we are still trying to figure out? So, if this poetry made you recall someone you once felt infinite with, or maybe in whose eyes you saw infinity forever, then please tell me about it in the comment section. I would love to hear your stories and thoughts. Also, let me know what you think about this poetry. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe my channel. More poetries and stories are on the way. Keep watching. Ta!